Association to bring up the county specs, and they're not on here either. So the 15.45 miles that fall within the maintenance responsibility of Coffee City are only the ones that the county has maintained in the past. So there's actually more road mileage than that.
Question?
Yeah. And the last thing, when I put the original list that I sent to you back in August, it had the Diamond Bay subdivision, the road that goes back to Diamond Bay. I understood through some research recently that they were not annexed into the city of Coffee City. So,
pretty much, yeah.
Well, even though the map at the appraisal district, when I put the first list together, showed that it was, I understood that there was some controversy over that, and it was reversed, and therefore I removed that particular road. So we are still maintaining that one.
Okay.
It goes back to the entrance
Right.
of Diamond Bay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, appreciate it.
Okay.
Thanks, sir. All right.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ken.
Thank you.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
How do you, would like to have the city put on if they go out and fill potholes too on Duval Lane? They're big enough to fall in.
I couldn't.
She wants to get on the list for having potholes fixed.
Well, he just said, Ken just
Well,
said
he's
that
not the one that's gonna
the
do it.
county
The
is
city,
assuming
if
that
the city builds
responsibility.
just potholes.
Well, the city
Yeah, but
gotta
he
get
just
somebody to
said
do
the
it
county
first.
is assuming that responsibility. They're using prisoners to fill the potholes. He just said that.
But not on city
You know, them little
streets.
potholes, you said that you're,
Yes, I mean, we're doing that on county roads,
Yeah.
but we're not doing it within the city limits of Coffee City.
I thought you said you were still
No.
doing it with the prisoners filling the potholes.
No, anything that we've
The
annexed.
countywide we are, yes,
Oh.
but we're not, no, I'm not saying that we're going to be going through the roads that fall within the city limits of Coffee City and doing that.
They
because we
always
can't.
did that. They've done that road ever since I've been here.
You know, we don't do it any other place, and I can't explain to you why it's always been done in the past, but I cannot legally do it. It's a slippery slope. If we do it for Coffee City, then why aren't we doing it for Berryville? Why aren't we doing it for Pointer? Why don't we do it for Athens, and then they can do away with their road department?
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you something that really chaps me about that situation though. I'm paying county taxes, $13,000 worth this year, and I can't get a scoop of asphalt on the street, and that's what really chaps me. And I know I've been talking to several people on our street, and I know what the law is, and I know you can't overstep those bounds, and I don't expect you to. I'm just saying that there's something wrong with no kind of compensation. Either they should compensate us with less county taxes, or the county should compensate us in some way when we have these long roads that need patching. There's something wrong with that.
Well,
but I realize that what you're saying is right. I'm not arguing with you. I'm arguing with the damn counties. Look at that.
Please also understand that the major road that falls within, the majority of it, falls within the city limits of Coffee City, which is this one right out here.
3506, yeah.
No, I'm talking about 30. I'm talking about 4217.
Okay.
That runs clear to Fincastle. Nothing changed on it because it's classified as the major thoroughfare of the county feeding into Coffee City.
Okay.
I mean, we could have possibly arbitrarily said, well, that is the farm to market is the major thoroughfare, but I felt that there was a lot of people that transverse between here and Fincastle using that road. And the county attorney and I both felt that we were safe in calling that a major thoroughfare into Coffee City, and we continue to maintain that major road. It's all of the smaller roads, the feeder roads off of it that we can't maintain.
I know, but I know what you're saying, and I know you're right. But I'm just saying,
it's just one of the costs. It's one of the risks that cities take.
It's payment without compensation. We're not being compensated for any type of repairs when other parts of the county roads are, and we're paying the same amount of taxes.
You got a timer.
And there's something,
So
and I know what you're saying, I know you can't go
We need to.
over your bounds on that, I'm just saying that there's something ain't right about that, you know?
Thanks for coming out, Commissioner.
thank you, my pleasure.
I'm just,
We're trying to keep it on next time,
I don't know
okay?
what it is about that.
All right, let's move on. Thank you, Commissioner. Let's move on. Consider and act upon minutes from the January 9th meeting. We were a little bit behind on doing minutes and all that kind of stuff. We had to do do-overs. We had to deal with all kind of stuff. Not ready to bring it up, so it is what it is.
So are there no December minutes? Angela, are there any December minutes?
No, because that is the meeting we had here.
I make a
There's a
motion
do-over?
to accept the January
But we
minutes.
don't record it as what we did at that do-over?
Yeah, I know. I don't believe so.
I mean,
Because we
we
completely,
met as a, entity of, I mean, with the city council meeting.
I understand.
There should be minutes from that meeting,
Right.
right?
I thought the rule of that meeting was null and void.
Yeah,
why we
that's,
didn't do them.
yeah, that's.
I thought the meeting, which.
The do-over was in
no,
January.
The November one?
The December.
The December one.
The do-over
Oh,
was in
okay,
January.
Okay, okay.
The December meeting did not count.
She just told me that.
I make a motion to accept these minutes.
I'd like to finish reading them, please.
I'll just make the motion.
I'm sorry, I just didn't want you to jump out on that.
Hey, Steve, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, how are you?
Oh, fine.
Got time to get that out, isn't it?
You got water.
Just coat the bottom up with metal. You're just fine.
Kristen? She came here the other day. I'm not sure if she got this news over. She came the other day. She took over her husband's job. Her husband's job was to tell me one joke per day. So she goes to his job. She gets a little thing to put on the phone every time I think about it.
Someone called her action.
Like I don't get harassing phone calls. You just don't know. I'll tell you about this later on in the meeting about the phone call I got last Thursday while I was on my way to Dallas. About Channel 19 News.
You're gonna talk about that later, aren't you?
What?
About that situation.
Oh, yeah. You picked your sweet. What's your name, man? Okay, all right. I thought that was you. You're the one who already asking about renting out the building, right? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Positive. Thank you. I thought that was you. I'm sorry I had to ask, but I had to ask. Yeah, she ready to rent the building out already. You like that red bone look?
You said my birthday's in September too. Oh, okay. Got some other stuff. Sounds pretty good.
I'll make a motion to accept these minutes.
Been motion and second, Angela, that we approve these minutes.
Yes, sir.
Any other questions? Questions, all in favor? Unanimous, Angela. All right, consider and act upon check register for the month of December.
I've got a question about 20 and 21.
Okay.
Family Dollar.
Okay, that was for the fire department, when they were doing their Christmas thing, and they have reimbursed us.
Okay. Yep.
Look at,
Okay.
35.
35, okay. Oh,
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, thank you.
No, that's okay.
Go, get 'em, Angela.
And 28 for the Intuit payroll for QuickBooks, was that an upgrade?
No, that's a yearly fee
Oh, Lord.
that, that we have to pay for that.
Is that something that's, I mean, is it spyware? I mean, is it a program, software? I mean, what are we talking here? That's a lot of money.
Yeah, Shalane, are you familiar with exactly what that Intuit payroll? It's for the payroll, and I'm not sure what all exactly it does.
It's for the QuickBooks payroll.
Now, is that something city related, or is that for the person who keeps it in our books? I mean,
Yes, it does have something to do with her, and I do think it's something that she does need, for us to maintain on there.
can we get some specifics about that?
Yeah, I can call her tomorrow, if you want me to, and ask about that for you,
Thank you, ma'am.
and then I can call you.
And Office Depot, 465, line number 33, is that for office supplies?
What line are you on?
33.
Yes, it is. Yeah, we hadn't gotten supplies in a long time, and so we had to get several things at that time.
I have a question on number 18, on that, I believe that's for the fire truck that we're paying on. What, do we have an idea what when that's gonna be paid off, what the balance is, or?
I would have to check into that for you. I could call tomorrow and find out.
Okay, thank you.
Whisper.
I have no further questions.
So rude, whisper.
I'd like to make a motion, we accept this check written register for December.
I'll second.
Been motion second that we accept the check written ready for December. Any other questions?
Wait, go ahead.
She's playing
It's your
here.
book.
Oh! All in favor?
Hey, did
I'm
you?
opposed.
Okay. Okay. Consider active on check written register for January.
On 19, Kennedy Financial, equipment rental, is that for the printer? Copy machine?
Yes.
How long is that one for? Do you know how long we're?
Is that a yearly thing?
I think I contracted for 2.5 years, I'm not exactly sure.
Wait a second, you said number 19?
Yes, ma'am.
Printer.
Okay, just a second. I would have to check on that too, but that we pay that monthly.
Right.
That's a monthly fee, and I don't know,
And the reason we do it monthly, because
How much?
most people that know business knows that you also have a maintenance clause in there. If something goes wrong, they have to come out and fix it. If we just want to do it, then we'd have to put our own ink in it, we'd have to maintain
It's
it.
fine, ink too?
Well, no, I'm sorry, we do the ink, right?
no, they do,
No,
they
they do
supply
ink
the
too.
ink, yes.
Okay, yeah.
I guess
So
I
that-
would,
that
because
is
some
what
of
it
ink's
is.
expensive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Those-
Yeah, so that's why it's better to just rent it and be done with it, and they have to maintain the maintenance, all the stuff, you know. It's a lot easier than just to buy one, because I remember Steve had offered one, and if I remember right, I went back and looked at the contract, had like a 2 years contract on it. 42 months, yeah, so that's on the contract, that's just,
On the internal revenue, I know this is payment 505. Have we heard where we're at on that?
Nope,
Energy payment, Terrell.
have not heard anything else from them.
All right, 27, 28, 30, and 31. There's a Marriott and Embassy Suites. Who went to conferences? Did I forget?
Okay, hold on
Did I
just a
forget where we
second.
did or something?
That's gonna be for the mayor.
For the Marriott?
The mayor is going, to a conference, yes.
And
And
the other
that's-
was for Chris Moore?
Yeah, Chris Moore had to go also. Chris was for the legislative update. Chris went to a
Okay.
conference for the legislative update.
Angela, I think I asked one time about, on number 23, that TML, the liability insurance. I thought that was being paid quarterly.
Mhm.
Didn't I just ask you that?
It seems like it does, it.
Yeah,
But
is that,
But we are paying that quarterly, yes. I know it seems like we just paid it, but we are paying that quarterly.
How about the swap water bills with the cities? They're much cheaper than mine.
Are you all planning to put forth more money for that $5,000 over there before the March date?
No, probably.
I had a question on that number 2, the utility street lights.
Okay.
Because he's going to do it after that time.
I believe they made a mistake on that one,
Where?
on number 2.
He's going to use that 5,000.
Remember that was when the bill was very low,
Until March the 15th.
number 2 for the street lights.
It's going to be lost. So it's going to be the city.
Yeah, that was very low.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, so they didn't say anything, I wasn't gonna say
Because
anything.
you're all after March, right? I don't want to lose that. That's a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
'cause
considerably
I
lower
didn't-
than
I
what it
didn't
was last
I
time.
remember asking you.
It's almost $1,000.
And by part of it being low, it might have also been with that rebate check. Sorry. Should have said that, should have.
Let's see what, next time we update a heater in this joint, I may wanna go with something that's not propane heat. Cause this has cost us about $800 over the last 2 months for propane heat.
Oh, yeah,
Maybe go with a heat pump.
that adds
The other
up.
thing about it is, Lee, you got to keep at a certain temperature out there in those fire trucks. So that the water and stuff or whatever doesn't freeze up, you got to maintain a certain amount of temperature to be safe. And I mean, it is what it is.
That's, what, $100 a week? Up there?
I don't know how many lives they say.
I know, but
And I mean, that's your main department.
I know, but what I'm saying is there any way, is there some way we can heat this place more efficiently? We'll look at that if we're still in office and something else breaks.
You ain't got to worry about that. Okay.
I got a question. On the landline phones in here, how much is that? Is that the 453?
That's
CenturyLink?
Yes.
If it's centrally, yeah.
Yes,
Is that how
that's
much
the
it is, $453?
And then that's for the computers and, you know, the internet, but, I mean, that's not just for the phone.
Okay, now, let me just say this, okay? I had CenturyLink, and my bill was around $125, $30 per month. Verizon Wireless right now, and this area is adaptable to Verizon Wireless, and they have a base that they're offering right now for what cost me $100 and something. The baseline with call, forwarded, three-way, the whole ball of wax is $19.95.
Is that
Plus-
home line?
That's
not
Verizon. That's a landline, and I could have got the computer and the fax for just, it was ridiculous, $20, $30 more.
So they running over CenturyLink's line?
Well, no, that actually what it is, Verizon has a wireless system, and they give you a little box for free. And it's got some adapters on it that plug into the wall, and it will actually run everything. And I couldn't believe it. I thought it was a joke.
Yeah, but the downside of that is power goes out and you don't have a phone.
No, that's not true. It carries a 2 or a 4 hour battery backup, which would be ample for any power outage around here. But I'm telling you, it was a significant difference. I mean, it was ridiculous what I saved. It was much more than half. We might want to consider that because of a landline being $453.
Call Verizon tomorrow and see if that could apply. And yeah, but you have to also understand that we got all kind of phone lines, we got fax lines, we got computers, we got all
Well, I
kinds
had a high-speed internet and a fax line, and that addition was ridiculous. It was like $30 or $40. So I'm saying, I bet you could cut that bill in half or more. And right now, they're offering that incentive. So if y'all want to check into that, maybe we might want to see about that.
You'll call tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, Mike, can you get high-speed internet with that program?
They have a internet service with that, and I forgot exactly how much it was, but it was minuscule compared to what I was paying as a package. In fact, what was so funny about it, Bruce, when Verizon canceled the line, I was going to also cancel my fax line and everything. And the prompts that you push calling CenturyLink, there's one that says, if you are anticipating canceling your phone, punch whatever number it is. And when I punched that number, there was a supervisor coming on the line, and they offered me packages that you wouldn't believe. It was just cut rate. And it really irritated me because I had asked many times, but I hadn't punched that particular button. I'd asked many times if they could review that and see if being a long-term customer, I could get a reduction in the pricing, and everybody just left me off. But then all of a sudden, when I was ready to cancel, there was all kind of incentives that they could offer, and it kind of irritated me. So that's why I'm saying that I think we could benefit out of this here.
I make a motion, we accept this check reading register for January.
I'll second that.
Motion is second that we accept the check register in January. Any other questions? All in favor? Motion carried, Anna. All right. Now what we got? Grant Works Housing. Wow.
Yeah, I saw that deal this one.
This is going to be, I'm going to give this to the fire chief so he can present it, because it's one of those things where you say it's really too good to be true. I haven't got into it 100%, but basically what it is, it's a program. I'll just give you the basic. It's a program where if, depending on your age, it's going to depend on how much you have to spend, but it's a program where if you identify an elderly person that's having a beat up or dilapidated home or whatever, the city can pay $2,000 and they will come out and rebuild a house. That's what kind of program it is. And you can do up to $6,000 and $12,000 if I'm not correct. I'll let him go into it in detail, but when he brought this to my attention, I was like, you know, we got a lot of people with messed up homes around here, and that would be something special to do. And if it only costs the city $2,000 to rebuild a house, that's a no-brainer. But I'll let him go into it more when he gives his report. Well, not his report, he gives his dissertation tonight. He's over at Berryville now. He's the fire chief over there too, so he should be back. But I'll let him go over it more in detail. But I did want to let you know that this is one heck of a program right here. It's just, man, I didn't believe it when he told me this. I really didn't. Again, we're going through grant works again. Now, the reason I said that is because guess what? We have to have them off our back about the community center before we can apply for this. So that will give us more incentive to get that building, the minimum put in there. So anyway, I'll let him go in there when he does his dissertation.
Is there a
date on
website?
it?
Excuse me?
Does they have a website?
Let me see what you're I don't see that.
Well, they have a phone number right there, just.
Yeah.
Probably you could do a search on that grant.
Don at grantworks.net.
Yeah.
I guess his contact person.
Where?
Down here.
Okay, it's Donna at grantworks.net. Why don't you let us dig into it first
Here's the number.
and see what we can find out.
We can do that.
Because it's going to have to come from the city. Okay, you ready?
Concerned Citizens got on their website. The one Concerned Citizens got on their website. I'd like to start with that one first.
Oh, the house?
Yeah.
Oh, the trailer that's the post office. Which one?
Either one of them.
Sorry, Don. All right, seminar update. Mayor's going to elected officials conference. I go there every year. To sit back and get with the other mayors and see how do they put up with life. Yeah. Forgot it's on the boardwalk. Not the boardwalk, what it's called? All right, dissertation, Sam.
The Riverwalk.
Riverwalk. I'm not in the hotel that it calls for. Angela and them couldn't get me in that hotel. I'm in a hotel down the street with a balcony. I'm gonna leave it just like that. There's a reason for it.
Don't throw no beads.
So, and just to inform you, community center update. Chief, where's my paper? Oh, you gonna do it? You gonna do it? Did you hear what I said about Grant Works?
No, sir, I just walked in.
I want you to go into Grant Works too, along with your dissertation.
You mean hit Grant Works first?
Yeah. You ever got this?
You heard that.
Yeah, I heard that.
Oh,
That's all right.
Where's our newspaper got? Okay, what this is, real briefly, and I'm sure the mayor's already did it, and I don't want to steal or bore y'all again with it.
No, we didn't.
What it is this is it's a housing development deal. It's primarily for, it really affects elderly, disability, and lower incomes. We've all known people around here who've got some houses that they may have lived in them 50 years, 60 years, you know, from family, they need to be repaired. And, there's two ways to do this. This program can be where we remodel a house, or they'll come in and tear a house down and build them another house. Now, these are, the city's part will basically be about $2,000 per home. The maximum that you can do is 6 homes as a city. So our maximum input would be $12,000, decided upon the council. These are 100% forgivable loans. We'll just say, take Mrs. Freeman. Her house is in a little bit of disrepair out on the point. Main problem Mrs. Freeman has to do is she has to find somewhere to live for 90 days. Okay, in that 90 days, we're going to come in there, we're going to salvage, scavenge, tear down, burn, move, whatever it is, to clear that lot and build the house.
Is it, whose responsibility to tear the house down and dispose of it? The city?
That's all built into the contract. It's all built into, they'll all be contract people.
So we pay $2,000 and then
Yeah,
that's
and then
all
you
we
get rid of it. And it works for two things. It helps boost property deals, it helps out the citizens. It boosts property values, like if you got rid of the eyesore on the point, it would help boost those property values out there. But I'm just picking on her because I've seen her first. But so I mean that could be like what there'll be is there'll be an application process. We'll advertise it in the paper. Mr. Graham was familiar with that, I believe, and then it'll be up to y'all to pick if it's going to be 2 houses, 4 houses, 1 house. Some cities start off with 1 house. Let's see it, ma'am.
Is it total 6 houses forever, or is
No, it's about every 2 years it rolls around.
Okay.
But the maximum you can do is 6 at a time.
until it starts again?
Right, and then, and that just gives everything time to shake out. And what we talked about was 100% forgivable is Mr. Wakeman. We won't mention no ages, he's about 52, 53 years old. He would have to live in that house about 10 years, okay, and then it would be forgiven. Okay, he wouldn't have to pay anything. Yeah.
After it's done?
Right, after it's done. Now, if he lives in it and they move him back in 90 days, and he says, hey, I'm putting it on the market, he's not going to get that money. That money's going to go back into the federal government and stuff. Some of the ones that are like 60 and 65, they only have to stay like 5 years. These are estimated times. I don't have everything in front of me, but I think it's a good program because most of us that are here, I don't think y'all are going anywhere. Y'all been here, we're going to be here, you know. I think it's actually a program that'll be up to the city to decide on how. Yes, Mr. Jordan, Alderman Jordan.
I had a question. What if that person died before?
Okay, as long as it stays in the family, like steps down, like, I don't want to use no names because I'm always bad at that, I'm jinxed. If person A passed away, well then A's kids, as long as they keep it for that time, it's there. But if they say it's part of the estate, we don't want it, we're going to sell it, so it's going to be a prorated rate, you know, a certain amount's got to be paid back. But as long as it stays.
Can that $2,000,
you know.
whatever deductible or whatever it is, can that be paid by a church organization?
Well, the church can donate to the city and
That's what I'm thinking.
and the city,
It has to have
the
a-
money's got to come, the city's reliable for the money.
Has to have a city stamp check on it, I guess.
But the donation could be made from an outside source to the city for that
But here
project.
again, like Mrs. Freeman, if she wanted to
And she needs it.
pay 3 or 4 of
She
them.
needs to fix that checkbook.
So.
Hey, I mowed yesterday.
But I don't know if that's a workshop deal for y'all, or, I don't know how y'all wanna handle that. The guy that is, familiar with, has done 160 of these projects.
You might be